We're talking about cash versus credit, but not the way you normally think about it. How much of a difference does it really make to your health? How many of you guys, I'm going to ask the audience, live on your credit and debit cards? Not because you're in debt, but that's how you'd like to just do things. Put that credit card out there. I do that too. Right? The average U.S. household credit debt, believe it or not, stands at $15,863. They actually know to the penny how much we owe each other. So I was talking to my staff the other day. I've talked about this with my family, with friends, and most say they don't even use cash anymore, not even for lunch or snacks. We are quickly becoming a cashless society, and so that got me thinking. Does paying with credit cards impact the choices you make? If your waistline is expanding, don't only blame it on the food, also start blaming it on how you're paying for that food, because there's new research, brand new research that says your credit or debit card may be making you fat. To test this, we came up with a pretty stunning, isn't it, if that's possible? It's the credit card's fault. To test this, we came up with a very revealing social experiment. We gave 3 women $20 in cash, hard, cold cash, and 3 women got a credit card each. Then we followed them to lunch to find out what they would buy and how much of it. And I sent my crack producer, Dean, to see who made the healthiest choices and who spent less. Here's what happened.
Most people can be split into a few very simple categories: right brain, left brain, Democrats or Republicans, and cash or credit. So I'm giving 3 women $20 to buy their lunch, the other 3 unlimited credit cards to get whatever they want. Let's see what happens. 20 for you, 40 for you. No, I'm just kidding. 20 for you, 20 for you. Have at it. Go for it.
I think I'm actually gonna get the salad bar. Looks like it's $9.39 a pound.
Let's see how well she does if it's this expensive.
I think I'm better off at the hot bar.
Hot bar? Okay,
Yeah.
Go for it. You're confident about the $20? It's New York, so you're probably gonna get a bottle of water and a crouton.
And a crouton.
Just put a nice big pile of salmon on her plate, which is healthy. Broccoli. I'm sure that'll make you happy, Dr. Oz. Moment of truth here. You're gonna weigh in right now. I'm only talking about the food.
Okay.
Only talking about the food. You I'm worried about. If you guys need more money, I'll be the guy running that way. All right, so I'm here with our credit group now. So I'm gonna give you guys each a credit card. You get whatever you want. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. On your way. Ready, set, go.
I'm not even sure what I just ordered, actually. I think it's a sandwich of sorts.
She has so much to spend on the card, she doesn't even know what she's getting.
Can I get grilled chicken, chickpeas, beets?
She's just piling it on. Okay, let's sneak up on Lynn. First option, some sushi. We got a salad. Okay, that's 3. What do we got?
A vegan brownie.
A vegan brownie and Argo tea. So we got 7 items, but they all look somewhat good. So both groups just finished. They made their selections, but whether they're healthy or not, I'm gonna leave that to you, Dr. Oz, because I gotta go eat. I have no money. Can I have $5, please?
So all 6 ladies are here. I gotta say, producers like Dean, these are funny people making these, but there's some pretty cool insights that we're garnering for this. So Ashley, you're on Team Cash. So what do you think? Did the cash affect your lunch decisions?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I had $20 in my hand, and I knew I didn't want to go over that because I didn't want to spend any of my own money. So I saw the salad bar, and I said $9.39 a pound. I'm definitely going to go a little light on my choices.
Yeah, but you went heavy on good foods. I noticed all of them were pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So Megan, you're with Team Credit.
Yes.
What happened here? How did that affect your choices?
Well, I was told I can buy whatever I want.
And
so
you
I
did.
tried some new options.
Sure, why not?
But I tried to stick healthy because I like to eat healthy.
Are all these healthy? I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting thing. So you started to experiment because you had the freedom to experiment.
Yes.
Here's what we found out. I'll give you the numbers. Team Cash, you bought all this food, healthy food, by the way, spent $35 total, $35 total. You didn't even spend all your $20. The average of just over $11 a person. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Team Credit, they had the credit cards, and you went out, and not only did you explore things, you splurged on exploring things. You spent $93, right? It's over $31 a person. That's 3 times more money spent for food that I don't know if it's any better than what you would have gotten with cash. So this is the social experiment that I sort of wanted to do because I want to see what our viewers thought. But actually, people have looked at this, and it illustrates a very important issue. How we purchase things affects what we buy and what we eat. And studies on shoppers, and there have been many of these done, studies on shoppers who pay with plastic spend about 40% more on unhealthy food. I'm not even worried about more food, it's more unhealthy food than those who pay in cash. What do you think, audience? Does that ring true to you? I want to hear some comments. Oh, way up the top here. Get me exercising. What do you think about that little social experiment we did?
I think it has a lot of validity because when you have physical money in your hand, you know exactly what you're spending. And when you take out your plastic, even if it's just a debit card, which is how I pay, I don't always notice it till later I'm checking my bank. I'm like, oh, I just spent like $40 at the grocery store and didn't even register that it had happened.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are awakened by this little experiment. How many of you are going to be more mindful when you buy things? Show of hands. Most everybody? Very mindful?
Definitely.
Definitely. And you push it at her, huh?
Yeah, very mindful.
Darn right. A lot more mindful. So I've asked Lynette Calfani-Cox to join us. She's a money coach, and she's one of my core experts this season. I want to ask her the big question. What is the link between using plastic and impulse buying? So this is something that I never thought about. I mean, I'm aware, like everybody else is, that if I got a lot of debt, that's stress.
Right.
But this is different. This is going one step past it. This is saying just using the credit by itself, even if it's not in debt. That young woman up there said she uses a debit card.
Exactly.
And it's still an issue. So what's the connection between impulse buying and credit?
People just tend to spend more when they're whipping out plastic of any kind. You know, when you're out at a restaurant, at the grocery store, if you have cash, you're thinking about those choices. With plastic, maybe you'll say, give me an appetizer on top of that, give me an extra drink, give me some dessert. It's all psychological, and it does have an impact.
Work with me on the emotional issues here. What is it with cash versus credit and guilt? Because that seems to be a big part of this. Why are we less guilty with credit? I'd be more guilty, I would think.
I know, you would think so, but I think part of it is that kind of what your audience member up there said is that you're kind of not thinking about it at the time. You're just like, okay, I've got this money. I don't have to think about it in the here and now. I'll worry about that later. Just like people who, put the credit card bills, in the mattress practically or in the drawer, they don't want to think about it. So same effect.
So what we want to do is make it easy for everybody to do the right thing. Because we're naturally going to fall the wrong way otherwise. So Lynette says there are 3 ways. Let's go to these now. 3 ways to break your credit habit and get you back on the track to good health and healthy eating. The first is cash only. Sort of an obvious tip, not always so easy to do.
Exactly. So many people, they go to the store with a credit card or with a debit card only. You've got to break that habit. You need to start planning your purchases and saying, I'm going to take a set amount of cash so that I don't overspend.
All right, second, shop only once a week. If you had a big family, this is not the easiest tip to follow.
It's not, but I have a big family. I have 3 kids, and I'm telling you, stay out of the store every other day. Moms and dads out there as well. About once a week is about right. It'll help you with your budgeting and with all the impulse purchases that people tend to make as well.
And the third item is to use a calculator on your phone a lot.
That's right.
Why do we have to shop with a calculator? What difference does it make?
This is a very important tip because you don't want to get to that cash register and get embarrassed, okay?
No, you don't.
So you need to tally up your purchases all along the way so that calculator will help you.
So team credit.
Yes.
I want an honest opinion here. Let's go interrogate them. What do you think? You just learned all this stuff. You realize you spend almost 3 times more money than those frugal cash people, the
I was
cash
shocked
team.
by that.
You got feedback from the audience. We just went through a couple steps. Does this change your perspective on how you're going to spend money and credit versus cash?
Definitely something to keep in mind.
You're not mic'd, are you? So you better hold that then.
No, I definitely think it changes your perspective because when you do have cash, especially with limited economic resources, you have the cash to actually think about what do I need, what do I need to purchase versus going every single day downstairs to pick up on your card what would maybe
That's a short way
most
to get into
appeal.
Do you agree?
Yes.
All right. Here, since he's already in the shot anyway, what's the cameraman think? Go on, Rob. What do you think?
About what?
About what? He wasn't paying attention. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.